Hi, today we're going to talk about answering a certain set of questions in interviews. Have you ever gotten the question, where do you want to be in 5 years? It's not really a great question for today's workplace, but it was legitimate a few decades ago. Back to the topic though. That is a want to question. What do you want? What's going to be important to you in your next job? What's important to you in your work life? What are your goals for this job search? That bucket of questions, those want to questions, are different than the other bucket of questions can do. What are you able to do? What's your experience and background and training and so forth? So many job seekers develop answers to the can do questions, but not the want to questions. And that's what we're here to talk about today. So, can do question, a want to question, the answer to it could be as simple as I'm looking for an opportunity to solve complex problems, business problems, by facilitating people from a variety of departments cross functionally and collaboratively. It'd be great if there was some international component to that. So we're working with a wide range of people, but to look at problems, to analyze what's causing them, and to identify ideas or possible ideas. The company would be a company that tries to build people up. You could probably see that in their training budget or how much time they allow people to, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you see the points I'm making. I didn't give a title. I'm not giving specific departments. I'm just giving a flavor or a sense. So, uh, one thing that I'd like to keep you aware of is that you can get eliminated if you don't have good want to questions. A lot of employers will not, they either don't know to ask the question, they don't know how, they don't know how to do it well, and they end up then making assumptions. So if you don't tell them, they can assume. Now, granted, not all employers or hiring managers care what you want to do, and therefore they won't ask. Or it may be important to them, but they don't know how to ask the question well. Now, some people will try to deal with want to questions as can do questions. They want to stay open, they don't want to close any doors. So they'll say, oh, I'm open, I'm flexible, I'm able to do whatever needs to be done. And in some cases, that's a good thing to do. And in other cases, it allows the hiring manager or the people interviewing to decide what they think you really want. So, a good answer to the question, what do you want, is one that describes and gives them a really good picture. I realize this may conflict with your concept of get the offer, do whatever you have to do, say whatever you have to say to get the offer. And I will confess, I have given that advice before in certain situations. But as a general rule, I encourage people to be authentic about their goals and what's important to them and be able to express it. My theory is isn't a good fit, maybe they know of something that is. But if I'm not talking about that, I'm not going to be able to find, if I'm not talking about what I want, I'm not going to be able to find it. So the question, where do you want to be in 5 years? A possible answer is, I don't really know. I can't tell you the specific title, but I can tell you that it will include solving complex problems by bringing people together in other departments and on and on. Hope that gives you some good ideas about how to answer those questions.